Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Warthunder. Now, I have had a very long day, and I was unfortunately unable to record this video on time and as summarily as I would have wanted to. So this is going to be a bit rushed. I'm just going to jump straight into a game. I've done no gaming today, so I'm not warmed up at all. My voice is not as good as it could be. I've been yelling and singing and screaming all day. It's been a heck of a day, and I also have absolutely no plan for what we're going to play today, which is not smart of me, honestly, but I suppose I should start out with the Russians and then move to the Germans. So we're going to do one Russian game, one German game, but the reason I'm doing this is because I have a 150% research bonus, which hopefully will give me the IS-20, the SU-22's crew replenishment, elevation mechanism, maybe filters. So I intend to pimp this thing out before I get the SU-85 and replace the KVL-1, or replace the SU-22. So just to reiterate, we are doing one battle with the Russians, one battle with the Germans, and maybe I'll show you guys a nice premium for the very end, because I'm really tired right now. It's been a long day. On Advance to the Rhine, this is a good map for the SU-22 and for most Russian tanks. Layout's very simple and pretty easy for me to remember. So just for reference, we're going to go probably from... we're spawning near C, so we're going to go straight to C. We're going to find a corner we can shoot around, and then we're going to poke out and try and hit somebody with this big old heat round. This 160mm pen heat round. I don't know. I think this thing can go through the upper glacis of the Sherman Jumbo. I think it can. I'm not sure. I want to try it. In any case, the SU-22, or the SU-122, is outclassed at this tier. Because I have a bunch of other vehicles that are much higher on my roll, on my my lineup. So the SU-22 is pretty much at a disadvantage anywhere. But its heat round is so powerful and so strong that it doesn't really need an advantage. It can kind of just derp its way out of everything. Like that. Oh man. Thank you. That guy just saved my life. I also got an assist. Get him. Get him, ISU 100. Did that just bounce? Did I just bounce around? Wow. Alright. Did I penetrate 2 tanks there? Because it said I got 2 kill assists. We're going to keep going out and angling our armor like this because I know for a fact somebody's going to shoot me. There we go. Come here, you KV-1s. That was a terrible shot, and I paid for it with my life, as usual. Well, we got an assist, and we got a zone capture. Not too bad. Wow, they penetrated that angled. That's surprising. In any case, we're going to take out the T-34E STZ. Or the STZ. Alrighty. Now, this is a kind of a slower T-34, but it's got a lot more armor to it. So we're going to advance on A, because our team is currently struggling to capture this point. That's probably why there's a Panzer IV-H right there. So heat rounds will do nothing to him for the most part. We're going to curve around here, take him from behind, because it looks like that's what they did to our allies over here. Oh, what the? Oh, crap. I did not see him. Was he hiding, or am I just blind? I'm probably just blind. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Alright, well, no problem. We have a heavy tank to take out, and he's done anyway, so... KV-1S. Do I? Wait, no. Ah, crap. No. I think this thing might actually be faster than that T-34 we just took out. Alright, so we're gonna move through A, even though our team just captured it. See if we can machine gun this guy a little bit. Nope. No dice. Looks like they're still under attack out here, at least by one opponent. We're gonna go through here. Looks like there's some good allies, some good KV-1 brothers with us. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 opponents up. So it looks like they're well taken care of, at least for the moment. Panzer 4F1. Got a fire. Fortunately, his gunner is still up, so we're just gonna hopefully just plop around in there, or not. Somebody's gonna take that kill from us. Not too bad. It's not really kill stealing, right? There we go. 88mm flak 37. That will mess us up any day of the week. Who just shot me? Is that from behind? Or is that artillery? They shot my driver? Martyr. Ooh, we got a hit on him. Killed the engine. I'm gonna back up here. Got a press of opponents. Alright. M22. Oh, we got a good shot off on him. Panzer 4J. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I should have angled more. Crap. Well, I would have gotten killed by those bombs anyway. I didn't have a track. Yeah. Yep, the Martyr's gun is good. The Martyr's gun is very, very good. Especially the Martyr H, the heavy version. That also has some decent, I mean, it could block 50 cals. The turret armor, the gun shield really is what it is. It's not really a turret armor, it's... Oh, there's the B1 turret. See, like, I don't get so much why this is premium. I mean, I guess because, I don't know, doesn't seem all that much better, except that the armor seems more uniform, and it has these side skirts that are more pronounced, I guess, and, you know, maybe the armor's worth it, but looks like it still has the same crappy turret, because this guy, obviously, he's trying to hide it with bushes, but he's trying to hide a turret weakness in the neck, and on the very top there where the machine gun is, and he's trying to hide his flat plate of armor right at the front there, if you can see it behind the bushes. But in any case, the thing I like about the B-1 turret is it looks like a battleship, and it has that that antenna that makes it look even more like a radio carrying battleship. Panzer 4H. Oh man, the Panzer IV was a really good tank. Just all around a very good vehicle. This is a very good chassis for things like the variable Wind. It's a very good chassis for upgrading. Like, look at all this. It's Schürzen, it's turret armor, extra turret armor. It's got track links and extra armor on front. And it's got one of the best guns of all of World War II. Well, one of the best tank destroying guns of World War II, which is the German 75mm. The first German 75mm, or the second one, the long 75, but not the one that's on the Panther. Is the one on the Panther the same as the one that's on the Panzer IV? I don't know. I should probably look that up, but I'll probably forget. Because there's the short 75 that's on the Stug. There's the medium, or like I call it like the hooded 75, because if you look, let me just get that Panzer IV. If you look at his gun, he's got that huge square part of his mantlet, and I don't know what that is, but it's on every single tank that carries this gun. The Stugs have it, the Panzer IV has it, the Russian version of the Panzer IV has it. I don't know what that is on the gun. It might just be how the mantlet is styled. It might be a design choice to make it easier to produce, or it might be required to help the gun function, like it's a recoil compensator or something. But in any case, that is not present, or at least it isn't present to my knowledge, on the Panther. But that might be one of the reasons that, like, the Panther, the early Panthers have the curved mantlet, it might be to cover that huge protruding uh, hexagonal plate there, because that's not all that strong. And if you hit that, you'll damage the gun breech. But that's just a theory. And also, I know I'm kind of just theorizing and working stuff out because I died early and I'm bad at this game. But those armor plates, the side armor and his turret armor, he died, but I don't know if that armor works how it's supposed to, because it's meant to dissipate heat rounds. Like, it's meant to take a high explosive anti-tank round and have it explode before it actually touches the armor. So all of that explosive and what would have been like a penetrator formed out of like molten copper, all of that would get kind of weakened as it passed through air and lost its velocity and its speed, you know, as well as the explosive like heat of it. Obviously, as a heat round, it requires heat to melt through the armor, but I think the point was to dissipate that heat round before it touched the armor and almost nullify it. Like, modern armor, to prevent heat rounds from detonating on the main armor and destroying it, are styled as like bars or stuff that's supposed to break the heat round or turn it or mess with the angle of the penetrator so it makes it impossible for it to go off. But they're all spaced. They're all spaced armor. There's a distance between the main armor that's going to take the blow and the spaced anti-heat measures. And usually that's bar armor, or in some cases it's explosive reactive armor. But I don't know if it works right in this game, because like the Panther has it, and the Jagdpanther have it, and the Tiger have it, but it doesn't seem to dissipate heat rounds as well as it probably is meant to. Or it might just be that I'm incredibly unlucky. That is also entirely possible. What did we just get? We got a KV-1S modification. What is this? Oh, you can get armor-piercing composite rigid in this gun? Awesome. Alright, 80 millimeters, 105 millimeters, 98 millimeters. I think I'm going to use this. That seems to be the best. Yeah, that's the best one. Alright, but anyway, no messing around. Time to take out the Jagdpanther. Now, I know you guys saw me play this before, but I had some really, really, really good games while I wasn't recording. Basically, games where I was able to sit on hills, tank 10, 12, 13 shots, and just one-shot everything I looked at. So we're going to take out... I'm going to use all of these backups that I have for the Jagdpanther, the Tiger P. I'm going to use them in a later video when I have a lot more time. Because I'm kind of getting this out rather quickly tonight. Or this morning, as it were. Because I don't have all that much time. Unfortunately, I wish I could play... I wish that I had enough people who watch and enough time and interest in the game that you guys would enjoy listening or watching for 2-3 hours, so I could just basically record all the gaming I did that day, and then I could put footnotes to like where the enjoyable parts are. But I'd rather just record for 30 minutes and hopefully get some lucky games and give you guys some nice commentary and historical apocrypha, etc. But this is Japan. Japan is not a bad map for the Tiger. It's just a hard map for me to excel on because I never know which point to go to. They're all good. Like, they all have good angles from which to attack. But I usually go to A because it's the most fun for me to snipe on. There's a... Ooh, that's a weird tank. That's like an American alien tank, ain't it? Alright, I'm gonna drop smoke. I'm gonna save 3 of them. There was no one coming behind me, so there's no real need to do that. But I'm glad I did. So we're gonna roll right into A because no one is stopping us. Alright. We're getting to get in the back of A. Oh my gosh, yep. We were so close to safety, though. We were so close to safety. Alright. I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have slowed down. Crap. Well, he did manage to kill my ammunition load, which I'm kind of upset about. Because otherwise we would have actually survived that shot and been able to fire back. Granted, probably wouldn't have killed him, but we would have been able to fire back at least. We're going to go to C again because the Jagdpanther likes hills, and there's a very nice sniping hill right where that T-92 is sitting. So hopefully I can depress this gun with, I think, negative 10 degrees of gun depression. Maybe negative 12. Hopefully I can depress this gun down and take off that Tiger P's head. As I said, the first video I did with this tank, I didn't do all that well, other than the first video, or the first game I played with it. I did pretty okay. I was not proud of it at all, and it's not the best game I've had in this thing. I've only had like 2 to 3 games in it to date because, well, when I've taken it out first, it gets murdered, and when I take it out late game, there's nothing to kill. Because this tank is very much meant for holding down points from afar or for countering a push, which I think this Tiger P is going to attempt. In which case, I'm happy to engage my function of... I think we can depress. I think we can depress enough. Come on, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Oh, that's nice. That's good depression right there. Okay, well. Yeah. Thank you, T-92. Everybody say thank you. Oh, guten Tag.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Ah. We can't get lower than that? Ah. Alright, we're going to accelerate, get to a different hill. Let's get into a different angle, because we should have been able to take this turret off there. Alright. Yeah, this T-92 is going down to get the cap. We're going to come in behind him and hopefully scare off anybody who's trying to come in. I want somebody to come in through this down road right here, but I suppose that's kind of dangerous for anyone. Is there something right here? Yeah, there's definitely a tank right here. Oh, that's not good. Who are you and what do you want with my team? Oh, it's a comet.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
That's fine by me. You just fired off your round. You made a mistake, and now you're going to pay for it. Goodbye. Don't mess with the Germans. Mess with the best and die like the rest. Did he penetrate us? Right below the gun mantlet. That's where you're supposed to shoot, but looks like he might have been using, I don't know, Sabo? Does Sabo do that? Do they have Sabo at this tier? By the way, if you didn't know, discarding Sabo is like if you took a tiny bullet and then accelerated it at the pace of way, 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 way faster than it should be going. That's how Sabo works. Or rather, sometimes doesn't work. Like in that case. Problem is you sacrifice a lot of mass. So this is a good spot. This is a really good spot. Nah, I could just leave it like this. Hello. I'm the big fat German here to stop your push. I think this heavy tank doesn't know I'm here. Or if he does, there's nothing he can do about it. I could get a bomber. I don't want to, though. I'm in such a good position. Alright. No one's coming up this road. But that doesn't mean I should abandon my post.
Somebody cover me.
Welcome to Case Tank Destroyer gameplay. Oh, wait. Oh, no, he's still over there. There's like 2 heavy tanks over there. I could hit them from the side. Alright, there's an SU-85. T-92 is covering over there. Gotta keep the pressure on here. Have I mentioned how much I hate the announcer? Like, all of them. I hate every single announcer voice in this game. It's very rare. Like, I usually enjoy the announcer in most games. But in this, he's just so annoying. It's like, I know what's going on. I have basic understanding of the game. Could you stop, please? T-29. Oh no, that's not good. How did I not kill that? What are you and why aren't you dead already?
Another zone captured.
Did I just go right through everything? There we go. IS-2. Okay, 122mm does not care about my armor. Got it. Oh wait, did he hit the machine gun port? Okay, yeah. So right there at the bottom of the machine gun port where he did fire, the armor is not angled as much or nearly at all. And that was why he was able to penetrate us. Well, we had a good run. Time to take out a bomber and end this episode with a premium. I don't know which premium. We'll see. We'll see what you guys, what I feel like. What I feel like you guys deserve. Well, you deserve the world if you watch this crap. Alright, we got a bomber. We got a P-51 inbound. I feel like I have enough guns in the front to take him out, but I'm going to angle off to this side instead because head-oning a P-51 is a suicide, Luke. Alright, so we have 8 bombs to go. This shouldn't be too hard. Unless the anti-air wants to make things dirty for us. Why is this P-51 on me at all? Hey Tiger P, hey Tiger P, hey Tiger P, hey Tiger P. Come on, why are you moving, man? Why can't you be cool? Alright, well, that was a useless bombing run, but we're done, we won, we came out of it, we got a Jagdpanther kill. Granted, it was on a terrible, terrible Chinese tank. I don't know where that T-28 was, and I don't know why I didn't just blow right through his turret. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys where that ISU-122 hit us, and also his penetration values, if I could. Done. All right, so let's look at the armor. He hit us right about here. Yeah, 87mm. Not gonna stop him. Let's look at the 123. Let's look at his 122 gun on the IS-2. IS-2 modifications. So his normal round, let's say we were about 500 meters, give or take. And yeah, sloped at 30 degrees, which is probably what we are, considering that we were on a downhill. He could penetrate 137mm, and our armor at that point was probably around, at the very most, it was like 125 probably. It was probably about at this angle. So yeah, no problem penetrating me if I'm not hull down like this. Now if I was like this at 500 meters, nope, no chance. But unfortunately, that is not what was in the cards for that day. So, since it was recently added to the game, I'm pretty sure, we're going to take the... No, I'm going to show you guys this first. So let's preview. So this is the XM1 GM. This is like the XM1 Abrams. This is the first generation of the Abrams. Now, what I see right off the bat is a massive, but rather thin shot trap. Right here. Underneath the gun. Probably be the most useful thing. Armor, well sloped, and let me guess, yep, composite armor. And 300mm of NERA. 300mm of air. Oh, it's spaced armor. So 300 millimeters of air. Okay, so what does that resist against then? I don't know how that works. So that's just space. That's literally just spaced armor right there. That whole front of the tank is taken up by 2 plates of 76.2 millimeter thick things. But this mantlet, however, doesn't have any armor behind it at all. So any composite armor at least. So let's look. 61 millimeters, 200. So this might be a little trolly. Is there a plate behind there? Yeah, 100 and come on, 106 millimeters. Millimeters. It looks like 100. So probably around 180 millimeters of armor on there. And as you can see, that shot trap will give you access to the gunner, optics, maybe even ammo if you fire from this angle. But enough of that. We're going to take this out for a test drive because it has a 105mm gun with Sabo, and I like that. As I told you guys, and as I probably have mentioned before, Sabo is a sub-caliber round. So that's a tank round, and inside of the tip of the round is a very, very small, essentially bullet. Smooth bore bullet. It's literally just a piece of titanium. Or, yeah, usually they're titanium, or in some cases they're depleted uranium. And that travels at subsonic speed, but it's only once it leaves the barrel. So if you'll look at the image on the lower, well, in the lower middle of the screen, at the ammo, it has a little subcaliber part, and then it has this big round around it. The round around it, the holder, so to speak, is the Sabo. So it will break up. That outside part of the round holds the main tiny round in place and lets it go through this gun instead of bouncing around or getting messed up by wind or movement or forces of motion, etc. We have 3 machine guns. So Sabo, then the little round will come out of this gun, and maybe a little bit farther away from the gun, the protective part that allowed it to go through the barrel will break apart, and that tiny subcaliber round will just shoot out at incredible speeds because of its high density and low actual mass. And as you can see here, penetration is just insane. We went through the hardest part of his armor, then his turret ring, then like everything else. We probably came out the back of this tank, honestly. Yeah, the Sabo round does not break up like normal rounds do. It has no explosive mass. It has no possible damage other than shrapneling and direct damage. This thing can go fast. Oh my gosh, 54 kilometers an hour. Now if you'll look, we have, looks like an M60 Pig, a Dushka, or a Browning 50 cal, I guess. And probably another 30 cal in the turret. Targeting one. So let's look. Man, Russian turrets are well made. Russian turrets are well made. I was about to say not the tops, but yeah, Russian turrets are well made. Alright. Fortunately, their hull armor is not. Wow, okay. Again, one of the issues with Sabo, in real life and in the game, is exactly that. It has such a hard time. It has an easy time penetrating armor, but once it gets into the armor and into the tank, it doesn't do a lot of damage. As you see there, it goes kind of straight, and all the shrapnel or the ripped off pieces of armor and hot metal kind of just follow the path of the bullet. So you have to really know where you're firing, which unfortunately on these high tier tanks I do not. I don't know where the ammo is, which probably means it's stored in the turret. So nope, but I can knock out the crew. Yeah, it looks like the ammo in most of these is stored at the back. So let's just see what we can mess up. This turret traverse also is absolutely insane. This is gonna be fast. This is a fast tank. We just trap shot a T10M on the run. Alright, so if we look at the T10M, lower glacis, no problem. Both sides of the pike nose, maybe a problem. Turret? Don't try it. Right there? Yeah, we can get through there. But the thing about Sabo, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, is it penetrates a lot, but once it does all that penetrating, like if that was a high explosive round or an AP round with explosive filler, this tank would be dead. The ammo in that side of the tank would have exploded when the round went off. But these rounds don't go off, as it were. So, you get a limit to how much damage you can realistically do. Oh, round to the gun breach, huh? Why can't we... Okay, we can't penetrate that, but we can penetrate lower glacis. We missed his lower glacis. Now, just judging on how the armor is presented, this tank is more fast than it is meant to take hits. Its armor on its turret seems pretty well done, at least by my standards. 300 millimeters of spaced armor will stop a lot. A lot of heat rounds, a lot of heat-fin stabilized rounds. But what it won't stop is things like Sabo. It won't stop heavy enough AP rounds. Not at all. Wow, okay, this thing is resisting my every shot. What are you? That's a really strong lower. That's a really strong upper places as well. There's the ammo I was looking for. Alright. We got 2 enemies left. Self-propelled anti-aircraft. And the main battle tank. Alright. So see, Sabo has such a hard time in this game that its only real reason to exist is because of tanks like the Mouse and, well, I suppose it's not even like it's really good at long range, because these Sabo rounds, they get unstable once they pass a certain distance, and they begin to slow down very heavily, because unlike armor-piercing discarding Sabo Fin Stabilize, APFSDS, which are also in the game, by the way, these rounds have no mass, no way to steady themselves on their flight, and no way to, like, accelerate themselves. So, literally, all of the acceleration that goes on happens in this gun. That's it. And beyond that, it's up to wind currents and stuff like that. I'm gonna spray down this T-64B. I want to see if I can destroy some of his ERA panels with these machine guns. Apparently we can. I did not think that would work. Can we bring the 50 cal down? Alright. So, as you can see, now that we've removed the added armor, because if we shoot it with the add-on armor, we destroyed the ERA and nothing else. But without the add-on armor, say on this upper glacis, which I'm probably still going to bounce off of, right? Yep, I'm going to bounce off that. This thing is so well angled. Isn't this a T90? No, it's a T-64 Bravo. I already said that, didn't I? But, the T-64B is, just covered in ERA. Much like, a lot like the T-90. Good. Shot, like, see, like, sometimes it's kind of annoying because that's all it takes to kill a tank like that, is to shoot one round of ammo, like, in this corner of the tank, and it's all gone, which is, it's kind of sad to me, but it lets people who use Sabo, like the British and sometimes the Americans that don't have APFSDS, it lets them kind of just remember where ammo is, and it lets them troll people because their rounds have the most penetration of any round in the game. So, I don't know. I'm not calling it unfair, but I am saying if you're going to do it, make it kind of historically accurate. Or, this isn't even historically accurate. Like, this is a modern main battle tank, and so is the T-64 Bravo. Sabo should probably be I don't know, maybe reserved for things that it was kind of made for. And I know some of them are accurate, but I know for a fact that a lot of vehicles that have it at low tier and medium tier, they shouldn't have Sabo. They weren't even around when Sabo was created. But in any case, I'm not gonna bitch about it, and I hope I was able to help some people understand why this premium is premium. That it's a speed running gun, much less armor than the actual M1 Abrams. But it's got 3 machine guns that all seem to be from different countries at different times, for some reason. Spaced armor instead of composite on the front, a large to enormous shot trap, and probably no side armor at all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be back tomorrow.